Greetings and welcome to this week's lore episode, where we will be taking an even deeper look into the lore of the Sylvari. I'm your host, Sylvari. But one thing before we start. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. As I was looking over the Dream and Nightmare blog by Rhys Osby on arena.net, I was trying to find a way to put what they said into my own condensed form, as I usually do. But every time I tried, it just didn't turn out too well. So what I'm going to do today is just read what they have written down. Just so you all know, I have never read anything verbatim before on this channel. Ever. At least, not for something that takes up the entire video. Some of you will remember the human gods. So please, let me know in the comments whether you like this or not. If you don't, I won't do it again. But if you do, I just might. So all that being said, let's just start in with this. The Dream of Dreams. The Dream of Dreams is the state of the Sylvari before they are born. For those of you who don't know, a Sylvari is born fully formed. There is no child Sylvari, at least not in stature. So they are directly connected to this Dream of Dreams before they are born. I hope this gives a little bit of context. In essence, the Dream of Dreams is a vast, collected subconscious. The pale tree holds the race's collected knowledge and emotion, like a lake into which is poured the sum of Sylvari experience. When a new Sylvari is born, it is as if they draw a bucket of water from that lake, a small portion of the whole. Only a few memories reach the pale tree, the most important, or those that have the greatest emotional impact or meaning. They can include entire scenes from a Sylvari's life, such as their first battle, or their first time cooking an apple pie. They can also be a single, poignant moment, such as pain, fear, or the face of an enemy. A Sylvari has no control over what experiences are gathered. They cannot communicate with the tree in this manner. The mother tree is drawing in hundreds of thousands of fragments from her children. Nor can an unborn Sylvari choose which memories they will experience while within the dream. When a Sylvari awakens, the direct connection to the dream becomes weakened. No longer surrounded by the dream, their connection to other Sylvaris becomes more of an empathetic bond, capable of receiving and sending strong emotions, but no longer detailed or communicative. It is nothing more than a subtle buzz. The cycles. When you create your Sylvari in-game, you get to choose which cycle of day you were born in, so pay attention and choose wisely. The Sylvari believe that the portion of the day during which you were born speaks to a person's personality, interests, and special talents. Pay close attention to this. Each of the 4 cycles, dawn, noon, dusk, and night, are guided by one of the firstborn. The 4 firstborn, called luminaries, tend to be the most active in the governance of the Sylvari race. They work together to bring knowledge into the grove, defend the pale tree, and build political relationships with the other races of Tyria. Although the other firstborn are considered wise mentors and have certain authority, the luminaries fulfill the primary tasks of maintaining society and guiding the Sylvari as a whole. The cycle of dawn. Sylvari born during the cycle of dawn, from midnight to 6 a.m., are natural talkers and planners. They are the diplomats of the Sylvari race. They tend to be gregarious and friendly types. Their luminary is the clever Aif, whose skill with words is only equaled by her keen aim with a bow. She is a diplomat and has traveled to each of the large cities of Tyria on behalf of her people. Those Sylvari who wished to see the world would do well to speak with her and gain her wisdom before they begin their journey. The cycle of noon. The cycle of noon extends from 6 a.m. to noon, during the blazing rise of the sun. On the whole, these Sylvari prefer actions to words, and are skilled combatants no matter how they choose to fight. They like to experience things firsthand, attack problems head-on, and enjoy the rush of warfare. Niam is their luminary, a bold and experienced warrior that has fought many battles. She leads a company of Sylvari called the Wardens, who are the guards and the protectors of the grove. The Cycle of Dusk. Those Sylvari born during the time between noon and 6 p.m. are members of the Cycle of Dusk. They tend to be intelligent, philosophical, and retiring. Such Sylvari enjoy riddles and puzzles, and they prefer to spend their time in study rather than in physical pursuits. In their garden, you will find luminary Kahedans, whose kind soul and gentle words have often been a balm to troubled Sylvari. It is his task to help newly awakened Sylvari understand what they have seen within the Dream of Dreams. Lately, he has been studying the written languages of Tyria and determining whether the Sylvari should create a writing system of their own. The Cycle of Night. Lastly, the Sylvari born during the late hours from 6 p.m. to midnight belong to the Cycle of Night. Many of these Sylvari are inclined to be solitary, preferring to travel alone. They are often secretive, self-contained, and quiet. The Cycle of Night's luminary is the astronomer, Malomedes, credited with charting the skies and bringing mathematics to the Sylvari. He was also the first to meet with the Asura, a bitter tale that he rarely tells. Although Malomedes is the most private of the luminaries, those who are awakened to his cycle speak to him as a stern mentor, but a caring one. And that wraps things up for the day. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a comment below, letting me know whether or not you liked this format. The feedback from this will determine whether or not I make more videos like this in the future. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in next Thursday, where we will conclude this lore series on the Sylvari with part 3, taking a look at the twisted Nightmare Court. But until then, I'm Sylvari, and I'll see you around.